Unfortunately, we are not prepared like we should be. Many people right now are worried about what is coming. What are we about to see? What could we face over the next handful of months? Well, the first thing that you need to understand is we are seeing some extreme weather. We are seeing a hurricane down near the southern coast. We're also seeing very, very hot weather, extreme weather in much of the west. And we're also seeing wildfires. This is just to name a few of the issues that we're currently facing. But here's the biggest issue. We are not prepared. And experts believe 2024 could be the worst year ever. So I want to explain what's going on. I want to show you what is happening around the United States, show you how 2.7 million people just in the state of Texas are without power, but many of them have yet to prepare. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment. All I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So this is what we're seeing down in Texas. Just look at this.
A flash flood watch is already in effect for much of the coast. Forecasters expect Beryl to dump as much as 10 inches of rain in
10 inches of rain. Okay? Just so you know, just recently, this hurricane has been downgraded to more of a tropical storm. That's the good news for people in Texas and down in the south. But here's the problem. People still do not have the power that they need. Look at this. Texas Power Outage Tracker, 2.7 million outages reported after Hurricane Beryl makes landfall. I'll show you the map just to give you an idea. Look at this one. This is the actual map. Here's Texas right here. There's 13.8 million people that are tracked. 2.7 million of those people currently have no power. Their power is completely out. But what do you do in that situation? Well, this is where I've been saying this for over a year. You need to be prepared. And how do you prepare for a power outage? What do you do? Well, here's something that I do. And I actually have one in my office as well. It's just a portable battery backup. Absolutely love this thing. Now, well, how do you charge it if you don't have any power? First thing you need to understand, it's already charged. The second thing, I use something like this. This is a solar panel. Okay, I'll even open up. You can kind of get an idea of what it looks like. It's just a big solar panel. It's 4 different panels on this. I connect it to that battery, and I can charge it as long as there's sun. But the biggest thing here is I was prepared. I was prepared for something like this. Now, I don't live in Texas. I live in Washington State. And actually, just this past week, I had to use this. I had to use the portable battery, and I had to use the solar panel because I didn't have electricity. You may have saw the video. I did a video when I was up camping right before the 4th of July. We didn't have electricity. I was using that portable battery because, again, I was prepared for it. And if we didn't have any power for at my house or my office or whatever, I'd still be prepared. But here's the other thing. It's not just the hurricane that we have to worry about. It's stuff like this, the heat as well. This is an article from the AP News. It says, climate glimpse, heat and hurricane descend on the U.S., other wild weather around the world. We are seeing things like hurricane season is going to hit us, and we could have more hurricanes in 2024 than we've ever had in any other year. We also are expecting more wildfires. Why? Because of the heat. Because of the woods are just so dry in certain states, especially here in Washington State. We were having to battle a few different wildfires just recently, or technically not wildfires, because they were started because of fireworks. But again, this was just in the center of the state. We were seeing, the smoke all over. But again, this is just the beginning. We're just now getting into it. It says the climate is falling apart. Prepare for push alerts. It says in an era of extreme weather, this is how we'll watch the world change. Just over the past few days, I've been getting different alerts, been traveling around the state a little bit, but I've been getting different alerts that, wildfire here. There was a wildfire at the Gorge Amphitheater in George, kind of central Washington area. But again, there's a wildfire while people were at a concert. That's where we're at. And again, I bring this up because people aren't prepared. We just aren't prepared. Do you have extra water at your house? Just drinking water, bottled water. Do you have it? Is it readily available? If it's not, and it's at the store, well, go get some. Do you keep your vehicles fueled up just in case you have to go? Right? Do you do that? Are you making sure that there's not, dead branches and bushes next to your home just in case it gets very hot and they burst into flames? If not, maybe you should do that. Right? You should do all these things. I want to show you this one as well. Look at this. It says Silver King fire significantly increases to 10,026 acres burned. This is in Utah. Okay, I want to read a little bit of this. It says right here, in Marysville, Utah, the lightning-caused Silver King fire has grown to about 10,026 acres burned with 0% containment as of the latest update Monday morning. According to the U.S. Forest Service, the fire is exhibiting extreme fire behavior, with firefighters and aircraft attacking the flames from the east and south, and multiple air tankers, helicopters, and other heavy equipment being deployed. Here's the issue that we're facing this year. According to reports, we could have a shortage of firefighters this year. Because if we see firefighters are being dispersed to different states, different areas, different wildfires, right? Different camps. What could happen is we could send all of the firefighters to California. But what happens when one, sparks up in Oregon or Washington, or in this case, Utah? What do we do then? Well, then we got to take those firefighters and move them. We might not have enough. This is part of the problem. Again, we as homeowners, as business owners, as individuals, we aren't prepared, but at the same time, is the state, is the Forest Service, are they prepared to fight these wildfires? In some cases, according to experts, they say no, there's not enough. So it's not only us as individuals, as civilians, that are not prepared. The federal government might not be prepared either. Now, I want to leave you with one thing, because 2024 is expected to be one of the worst years ever as far as extreme weather. That's heat, that is hurricanes, right? Wildfires, stuff like that. Well, here's the other, issue. We have a presidential election coming up. If we see that all these different, extreme weather events are happening, it's going to put more pressure on the Biden administration. As it does even right now, and I talked about this just earlier, the Biden administration is struggling. So if the Biden administration is struggling, leading into this upcoming presidential election, we may see a very serious event. We may see a wildfire just balloon out of control. It will just spread rapidly because we don't have enough people. We don't have an administration that is on top of it because of what they're looking at in the future. That's the upcoming election. So I just want to leave you with that, but just understand at this time, there's a lot of people speculating that 2024 will be the worst year ever because of all the different issues that we are about to face all at the same time. That's the reason why. So I will leave you with that. But again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.